With West Virginia picking up another transfer commit, albeit this time on the offensive side. It's time for another transfer portal update here on the Country Roads webcast. Let's go. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with Country Roads Webcast. And before I get into this video, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder, if you would, hit that thumbs up button. Giving us a like on this video will really help not only its performance, but future videos performances here on the channel as well. And if you're a West Virginia fan, Big 12 fan, college football fan, and you haven't already, be sure, hit that subscribe button. Helps us, and it helps you, as it helps get more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, let's get into it. All right, Mountaineer Nation. I mentioned in our first transfer portal update here on December 18th that West Virginia had a handful of players in on the visit with Josh Minkins, who is now committed to West Virginia, and mentioned that one of those was Jaden Bray, wide receiver from Oklahoma State. And lo and behold, here we are the same day, and Jaden Bray announces his commitment to WVU as well. That's why we got the second transfer portal update here on December 18th to announce the commitment of Oklahoma State wide receiver Jaden Bray, the first offensive transfer West Virginia's added here in this offensive recruiting cycle of the transfer portal, as you see here, reported on WVSportsNow.com by Mike Ostie. Jaden Bray choosing WVU over several other offers. Very important get here for the West Virginia offense in the wide receiver room. There you see his announcement there on X, and if you want to follow him, Mountaineer Nation, you can there at the Jaden Bray. As you see, some great pictures from his visit when he announced his commitment there. He says, "Thank you, Coach Bilal Marshall and Neil Brown, ready to get to work." And as you can see in this article, Bray made 30 receptions for 382 yards and scored 2 touchdowns for Oklahoma State in 2023. But let's take a look at some of his standout plays. I've got a video here that's his true freshman highlights. It's only about a minute and a half long here, this video, but we'll take a look at some of Jaden Bray's standout plays from his true freshman season at Oklahoma State, and you'll see some of the explosiveness that West Virginia is getting in this addition to the wide receiver room. So there you have it, Mountaineer Nation. A few of Jaden Bray's standout plays from his true freshman season at Oklahoma State there. Wanted to show you guys some of those because I thought it showed a few different aspects of his game. You know, the touch pass, you get the speed. You see the breaking tackle ability on both of the first 2 plays. You also see his ability to high point the football. And then, of course, the over-the-shoulder catch there on the final play that we saw, which is a talent in and of itself there. As I stated, you know, something that he comes with is not only experience, but different facets of the game there you see just in that small handful of plays. And like I said, I'll link that video in the description if you want to check out the full thing for yourself. But great news for West Virginia that they have added Jaden Bray as a transfer in this transfer cycle. Now he is the first offensive addition that we can add here. Let's take a look at our transfer portal tracker here on the Country Roads webcast and add him to that transfer in list as we continue to try and keep up with this on our December 18th transfer portal update part 2. All right, now as you can see here, it's always good news when you get to do 2 of these in one day because that means you're receiving some great news. We knew it was a big visit weekend for West Virginia, had a lot of these guys in and already have 2 commitments out of that big visit weekend, the second of which now being Jaden Bray, the first offensive addition to this transfer in list. As you see here, he joins cornerback Aiden Garnes and safety Josh Minkins, who committed from Louisville earlier. So second consecutive addition for West Virginia coming from the Power 5 level. They added Josh Minkins, a safety from Louisville, and Jaden Bray, a wide receiver from Oklahoma State, is the most recent 2 additions. As you see now, the 3 transfer ins West Virginia has at this time. And yet again, I'll scroll through the transfer portal target one more time, just in case you didn't see it on our previous update here that we released earlier today. but West Virginia had several players on a visit this weekend. Two of them have now committed in Josh Minkins and Jaden Bray. The other players that were there on a visit, Isaiah Nair from Texas at wide receiver. Then you had on the defensive side, Ty French, the defensive end from Gardner-Webb, Reed Carrico, the linebacker from Ohio State, TJ Crandall, the cornerback from Colorado State, Devin Marshall, the cornerback from Villanova, and Cameron Martinez, the defensive back from Ohio State. All of those players were also in on a visit accompanying Josh Minkins and Jaden Bray. So we should hear news on some more players here in the near future, and hopefully we'll be able to add some more names to the transfer in list for West Virginia, and we'll see just who that will be in the near future. But for now, we know we have these three locked in, those being Aiden Garnes, Josh Minkins, and now Oklahoma State transfer wide receiver Jaden Bray. And as we add more names to this transfer in list, we'll be sure to report on it here on the Country Roads webcast. All right, so there it is, Mountaineers. Jaden Bray will join the West Virginia wide receiver room in 2024. Are you as excited about his addition as I am? And who else would you like to see to add to that transfer in list for West Virginia here throughout this offseason? Be sure, let us know your thoughts down there in the comments. We really appreciate those interactions as we continue to try and grow the Country Roads webcast community throughout Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.